Hey everybody! Package. Open package.
The Grey Man does whatever a Grey Man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now, a video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
I've been out. See my dad. We had a couple of beers and some food, and that's why I'm so dopey at the moment. Oh. There we go. Let's get this bag open. Any minute now. Ah, yeah. Here we go. I wonder what it could be. I don't really. I know exactly what it is. It's comic books! Yay! Comic books again. I'm nothing if not repetitive. Am I repetitive or am I simply reliable? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I don't know how to get into this. Oh, here we go. Some sellotape. No? Is there some sellotape? I don't like to cut it up all willy-nilly because I like to use it for my own stuff if I sell any comics in the future. So I like to try and keep the bubbles in fairly good nick. There we go. Alright, now a bit of an unusual batch this one. I was watching JPL's videos recently, and he bought a batch of old UK comics which I used to read as a kid all the time, and I saw a batch going for £4, like a big batch, and I thought, oh, you know what? I've sold all mine. It's been so long, and I've gone and picked some up. This is one I used to collect, Cheeky Weekly. This was a character from the Bash Street Kids. I would have been 10. This is 1979. I would have been 9, not quite 10 yet, when I used to collect these. I had practically a full run of Cheeky Weekly before it, I think it ended up being absorbed into Whizzer and Chips, I'm not too sure. And so yeah, got April and May. That's their weekly books. That's why it's called Cheeky Weekly. But one from May, one from April. They're not monthly books like your American magazines are. Always weekly in the UK. But Cheeky Weekly was one of my favourites actually, back in the day. All the pages are looking a bit thin now. But yeah, it's always good. Basically, you just went through the whole week following Cheeky around, seeing what exploits he got up to. Now this looks a bit different to the Cheeky Weekly how it started. Oh, this must be a little bit later towards the run. This is a bit later towards the run, but it wasn't quite as good actually. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not too bad actually. I think it's still similar. Maybe I'm just remembering it incorrectly. But anyway, I just thought I'd have a few by a few. I might actually send some of these out as AOKs as well, because I've got a couple of AOKs maybe to send to America. And I thought some of you Yanks over there in the good old US of A might enjoy some of our core blimey governor, you know, England, posh upper class comics. We're not posh upper class, some people are, but yes, trust me, I am not. Right, so Topper with Sparky. Sparky obviously joined in with that one. I'm not even sure why I did it. It was just a fit of nostalgia. It's only £4. I might read them. The Beezer. This is from 1976. The Beezer and Cracker. Cracker's another one that must have joined. I don't even remember hearing about the Cracker before. But that's what happened. It'd always be like there'd be loads of comics, and then one of them wouldn't get enough sales, so they'd team up with the other, and it'd start off. So the Beezer and the Cracker would have been separately, and he goes, okay, it would have been so for a couple of weeks. It'd be the Beezer and the Cracker with the same billing, the same size billing, and later on the second comic then got smaller and smaller, and after a few weeks it'd just disappear, and it would just be called Beezer. They kind of absorbed. It's like the Borg, and finally it was all absorbed into Beano and Dandy, which was the last two of the UK sort of humour comics that actually survived. These are a bit loose, some of these. There's just some loose pages here from the Beezer. It's yeah, just a couple of loose pages. They're quite big actually. I forgot how big the Beezer was. Quite a big one. This one I used to collect a lot as well. Whizzer and Chips. I think Cheeky Weekly, quite a lot of ones went into Whizzer and Chips, but Whizzer and Chips was the weird exception. So, you know, I talked about the comics where you have two separate comics and they'd fold together, and eventually the second name would disappear. I think Whizzer and Chips, was always called Whizzer and Chips. It was never called Whizzer. I don't think there was two comics, one called Whizzer, one called Chips. I think it started off, it was like it sort of backed the trend. And the idea was that you was either a whiz kid or you were a chipite, depending on which characters you preferred the most. And so, and the characters from the Whizzer side of the comic and the characters from the Chips side of the comic would have like dust-ups and that. If you look at old UK comics, it's all practical jokes like catapults and pea shooters and like bullies. Bullies was like, there's always bullies in these comics. So, you know, quite often they'd get their comeuppance, but there'd always be lots of bullying and fights as well. They'd always be fighting with each other, like proper dust-ups. It was quite, I don't think they'd ever get away with it today. Right, here's Sparky. It's a bit crappy on the back. The back cover's a bit skewed, a bit, you know, a bit bad. But we all kinds of weird stuff. They always have magic powers. Like here's one, Peter Piper. Peter Piper, his magic pipes bring things to life. Oh dear. Mr. Bubbles. I wonder what he did. I don't remember a Mr. Bubbles. Yeah. There's another Peter Piper strip. There always be letters from the readers as well, with like drawing and stuff. 1 second she's Gran, next she's Super Witch. Here's Hungry Horace. He was always very greedy. Thingamy Blob. Thingamy Blob. Dreamy Daniel. Fine. I dare say he was always having daydreams or something. That's the usual, like Puss in Boots. That was a cat and the dog who hated each other and beat each other up all the time. Puss in Boots. Oh dear. And lots of silly wordplay. There's one there called Ali's Barber. Ali's like a genie, and he's got a baby, a baba, who he has to look after. So Ali's Baba. Stupid stuff. Oh, this one's got a Sparky pullout. Interesting. And if it actually came in this Sparky, or that actually should have been in another comic originally. Anyway, another Whizzer and Chips. Ooh. I've sold all my Cheeky Weekly. I actually sold them all, but I've just found out this is number one. This is number one of Cheeky Weekly. I never actually owned number one of Cheeky Weekly. I don't think I started till number 2 or number 3. So I've now got number one of Cheeky Weekly that I never had before in my past. So I've still got my Cheeky Weekly badge. I'm a Cheeky fan or something like that. It's a little badge that I've obviously had. So this started in 1977. So I've just turned 8. So this Cheeky Weekly badge that I've got still to this day, I've had it for 40 years now. Right, this is another good character. This is another one. My brother would get this one. My dad, we used to go see our dad every other weekend we'd go visit our dad. And he'd get, brother would get 2 comics and I'd get 2 comics and we'd swap them with each other. And yeah, this was the one that my brother was getting, Plug. And to give him his full name, Percival Proudfoot Plugsley. He's a really, really ugly dude. You can see him on there. He's got a pet monkey as well. These are quite fun comics as well. Plug was quite a good one. And he was a member of the Bash Street Kids, who were originally from Beano. A long-running strip from, like, I don't know, probably the 30s or even older. I'm not too sure how long those comics went back to. Another Cheeky Weekly. Slightly later one. Baby Burpo is the character on the back there. I'll have to get round to reading these as soon as I bought them. Give myself a trip down memory lane. Look, here's $6 Million Gran. She was quite cool. I remember there was another one called the 6.5p Bionic Boy, because there's obviously the $6 Million Bionic Man, whatever. But it was a 6.5p Bionic, and he bought a magic tonic, which might give him superpowers. So it was the 6.5p. It cost him 6.5p to buy the tonic, obviously. That's just back in the day when we used to have half p's, or halfpennies, as we used to call them. Well, as they were known, halfpennies We used to have Fruppennies back in the day, but Fruppennies never in my day. I think Fruppennies became maybe Fruppennies went out on the just before I was born or just after I was born. I'm not too sure. We're in decimalisation, but Fruppennies is also a little bit of Cockney rhyming slang. Fruppenny bits, yeah. Hopefully you got what I meant by that. Right, anyway, yeah. I do like a nice pair of Fruppennies. You didn't need to know that. Right, I got some American comics in here as well because, you know, I kind of like them. I kind of like American comics. I kind of like superhero stuff. So there's Superman. He's an Amazing Spider-Man annual, number 17. A bit low on my battery, so I'm not going to bother showing these too long. A nice old Avengers. Another nice old Avengers. Another Superman. I've recently been reading a whole ton of Superman. Oh, look at this lovely old Superboy. Ooh, yeah, I like it. Nice. Oh, look at that. It's got a stamp on it as well. Jack Hammer, look. It's got a stamp. Extra, a great super baby story. Who can resist a super baby story, huh? Oh, this one's got some damage on the back of it, but I knew this was not in great nick, but it's fairly cheap, £3 for an old comic. It's a giant size Jimmy Olsen. It has got some wear and tear on the back. It looks like some water staining on the back as well, actually. But the pages aren't stuck together. I think the pages are stuck together, just to see if that last page is good. Yeah, it's just a bit of water damage. Looks on the back of that, a bit of staining. Cover's got a tear. Got some cover damage, but it's a good. It's got the go-go checks. It's a 80-page giant. What the hell? This is from 1966. This is a couple of months younger than my big brother. This is got some bit of water damage on the front as well. I've just noticed on the front here, Jimmy Olsen, featuring Jimmy Olsen's greatest masquerades and his pal Superman. So some of his greatest masquerades include Underworld Triggerman, Rock and Roll Star, Devil, Texas Millionaire, and Mobster's Mole. You read it here, guys. He's quite nice, actually. No, never confused. Yeah, Jimmy Olsen dresses up as a mobster's mole in that issue. Right, a DC Comics Presents. Trying to put those together. Another DC Comics Presents. Lots of jolly Superman action in this one. Another Superman. Yeah, I worked out a few missing ones that I've got in my Superman run. And, you know, slowly fill them up. Well, this one's got some wear and tear, but, yeah, never mind. The Man of Steel is stalked by an avenging foe himself. Oh, this one, I think this one... That's what I paid a bit of money for, this one. This was a little bit expensive. August... 1963. Good. It's pretty good at the staples, I must say. It's pretty good at the staples. A bit of wear. Is that staple looking a bit rusty? Possibly a little bit of rust on that bottom staple. But it's a good old Flash. I think it cost me £14. The Pied Piper's Double Doom. I don't think it's a first appearance or anything like that. I don't believe so. But it's a nice old Flash. Can't beat a bit of date stamp. Right. Another Superman. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I'm going the right way. I wasn't sure if I was picking it up from the wrong pile. Another Superman. Cool Superman stuff. I don't know why this one's got the only one in here that's got a backing board. It's not worth anything. And the last one, another nice old one, an Adventure Comics with Supergirl. Adventure Comics number 412. Complete your victory, Supergirl. Destroy the loser or we kill your friend. There you go. 7.5p. There's a little stamp there, 7.5p, and you can see that. Where was it? I can't see it myself. Oh yeah, it's there. Between her head and the sword, 7.5p date stamp. 48 page giant. What year is this one? Let's have a quick look inside. It's all pretty, little bit of wear and tear as you'd expect. 1971, so it's not that old, but 1971 is old enough. 7.5p for a 48 page giant. Cool. There you are then. That's it then. That's this little haul. Cheers for watching. Actually, I just remembered I got another little package in at the weekend. I managed to pick up this Gotham City Sirens #7, which was the only one I was missing from the run. Bloody comic shop never gave it to me back in the day. Quite a pricey comic now. So yeah, I got that one. Got a nice old Iron Man. Nice. Couple of Fantastic Four. Good stuff. And I think these were new ones for me. I'm showing them to you now. I think these were all new. I believe they were for me anyway. Just a couple of Hulks that were missing from my run. There you go. That's everything.